Hello, welcome to Burning Questions. Scotty, Ewen, Alan, Tormey and Andy Gath join us to preview the big meeting at Melton on Saturday night, December 7, the first of 8, set to go at 6:30, 8 p.m. We'll start with you, Scotty. Where do we find you today? Cranbourne somewhere?
Yeah, at the Harness Club.
You know that place pretty well. I reckon you would. Yep. Andy Gath jumped in the car, ducked down to get some Carl's Jr. or Red Rooster. What have you got on the menu today, Andy?
Nothing. I bought the staff KFC, so I had a little bit of that before. But yeah, just sitting in the car park here at Melton, found a shady tree, so hopefully it don't get too hot.
You're a good boss. It's not true what Geordie Ledham says about you. And Alan, Tormey, Al, how are you going? Where do we find you today? You're at home somewhere.
Yeah, just inside for a lunch break and then go back out and finish up and head off to Ballarat.
Ballarat tonight. Good stuff. Thanks for joining us. It's going to be a great show. We've got 4 races to preview. And our first sponsor, Pride's Easy Feed, stand as a proud supporter of the harness racing industry with their set recipes and quality ingredients to give the trainer confidence in what they're feeding. So make the switch to Pride's and start getting the result you've been chasing. The free-for-all is one hell of a clash. So who ultimately wins the cash? Race 2 on the card. Now, Scotty, it's the congratulations 888 150 races pace, and I have gone through the form. And Bulletproof Boy's having his 200th. What the hell are they? What are they thinking? What are they doing? Those connections, trying to bloody get one over you here, I reckon.
Yeah, probably hard.
Can your boy, Bulletproof Boy, win on his big milestone race? He's drawn 3. He gets some sort of chance to find the front. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I think he can win for sure. I mean, he's going really good at the minute, and he finds a front, he's going to be real hard to beat. If not, well, we'll need a bit more luck. But yeah, the 2's probably going to try and hold him out. But yeah, I think if I persist, I should nearly lob the front.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Just say it again. You won't be. No. I think you'll get some. I thought Jillaby Willow would cross Stowe Watt, and then you'd be there right on the scene. And I thought they might take a sit on Jillaby Willow up against the boys. Is that kind of the way you thought it might happen? And I'm sure you hope that's the case.
Only because Stuart's horses probably kind of come up and have a crack too, so they might be happy to take the sit and get the easy run.
Just, Scotty, quickly on him before we go to Alan and Andy, just a word on your fella, Bulletproof Boy's 200 start this Saturday. Can you put into words what he means to you, this horse?
Oh, mate, he's the best horse I've ever had, and I don't think I'll ever get one half as good. I mean, all the owners, I just call him the freak because he is, and he's like a 2-year-old. You know, he gets out here and he bounces around. And if he pisses me off, excuse my French, he actually upsets me sometimes because he's so feral, you know. But I think that's his adrenaline, which keeps him running and keeps him feeling young.
Yeah, and he's obviously it's 888's 150th race on Saturday night. You would have had stacks of memorable battles with 888, including, I think it was nearly a dead heat last time out.
Yeah. Look, we've always had some, but I don't even sure what the score is. But it'd be like Pork Power and the Crows. There wouldn't be far between them. But yeah, look, 888's a nice old horse as well, considering he's only a year younger than me or my horse. And yeah, they've both done a great job.
Yeah, good stuff. Andy, you're not involved in this race. Kate's taking the drive on 888 in his big race. I did look through his career record. Kate's driven him once. She hasn't won on him. I'm leaning towards 888 just because I reckon there's a lot of speed off this front row. How did you see the second event on the card?
Yeah, no, there was a lot of speed early. The 2 mares got really good gate speed. So Watt and Jillaby Willow. We know how quick Bulletproof Boy is, and no doubt they're going to chance their arm with Act Now. And even the horse Ellen's driving, Ideal Escape's got some pretty good gate speed as well, but I'm guessing she probably won't get involved. So, yeah, it's going to be tricky to race the map, and they do go really hard early. I think it brings 888 right into the race. So, yeah, sort of at the odds, I think he's good each way odds at the moment. He's the way I'd be heading if I was betting in the race.
Yeah. Alan, number 4, Ideal Escape for Julie Douglas. Really good run last time out, running 3rd. I think there's a free-for-all in him somewhere, but maybe not Saturday night. It just might pan out right for you from that barrier draw.
No, I don't think so. The way the draws are fallen, he hasn't been having much luck with draws, but This week's probably not his week, but yeah, I think it's a really open race. Probably between the top 4 chances, it's all going to come down to what happens early.
Yeah. Let's move on to our second question. Our second sponsor, first of all, Logical Staffing Solutions provide labour hire and recruitment services to the transport, warehousing, automotive and manufacturing industries. The logical solution for your staffing needs. I probably shouldn't be looking at my phone. Someone told me off on Facebook during the week. I look at my phone too much, apparently. Well, I just want to get these sponsors right. At Shepparton on Tuesday, he made a costly blue. So should punters back up and support CC Lou? Race 8 on the card, the final event at 10:25 p.m. We'll hold you to last here. Al, you're driving CC Lou for Greg Norman. Scotty, actually, we'll hold you as well. Andy, did you have an opinion on this race? It's an up to 55, so look, no superstars here, but it looks a good, even event to close the card at Melton.
Yeah, no, it's a tricky little race. It's an extra race they put on, so they got together for this class of horses. Obviously, Scotty's horse drawn well. Barrier 1 Blaze in Heaven and got reasonable gate speed. They're not superstars, but they're all in pretty nice form. Probably going to be $3 or $4 to field. I'd say going to be a pretty even race. There's no standout. So they call it the get out stake. So if you are losing, you will find value in the last race, as long as you can find the winner. But at this stage, I can't help you in any way. I'm not really know which way to lean. I just sort of watch the market and back a few that are overs, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind one here. It is Alan's horse. I thought CC Lou could win this, Scotty, but you do play a fair old part in this. Your horse, Blaze in Heaven, good front-running victory last time out. Do you plan to try and lead with this horse as well, a bit like Bulletproof Boy, or are you worried about some speed outside? Your Calypso Mistress, there's a few there. There's a few that don't mind getting out early.
Yeah, look, Wingate Guy flies out too, but look, my mare comes out good, but yeah, there's a chance. Rough hope she might get crossed, but she's not all in, has to lead, and she can sprint. So I just think the 1700, and she's just hitting her straps, and she went super last week. She'll still be hard to beat for sure. And by the looks of it, CC Lou is coming off for 8 now, not on my back. Is that right? Yeah, out the draw.
Number 9, yeah.
That is true, actually. That is true. Okay, I didn't see that. There you go. EOD. I didn't quite
so if I
catch
did
that.
lead, well, then at least he's got to come around him.
Yeah, that's right. So all in all, though, you would like to try and lead all the way, Scotty, or would you prefer to take a sit?
No, I'd like to try and lead. She actually does grow a leg in front. She can run pretty solid in front, whereas if they, something else that the Wingate Guy leads in, it's going to end up again, and then, she'll be buried. But if I can lead, I'll definitely lead.
Good stuff. Al, Barry you'll come out outside back row. CC Lou. I don't know, did you drive this horse Tuesday night? I can't recall.
Yeah, I did and galloped it out.
I actually thought it was a really good winning chance the other night, and I thought the run was really good after making a mistake. Were you of that opinion as well?
Yeah, he did. I was quite happy with him. I didn't really knock him around after we lost a tiny bit of ground at the start, but whether 9 suits him better than 8, I'm not really sure. If the draws are reversed now, it probably brings Tabers into it a little bit if Scotty decides to lead. But I think it's a pretty even field. Like he looks really well graded, being a 54 now against 45 raters and that. But like horses like Maddie Cravens has put in some pretty big runs lately, especially over the short race. So I'd say it's a pretty open race.
Yeah. I thought CC Lou was going well. That runner up at Melton before, I think it was behind Marlowe Moreau, and then ran through the SA Derby series. Might have been close up behind D Rowe, who's a nice horse. So I thought you had a good winning chance. Al, just one more on that. Do you think if you hadn't have made a mistake on Tuesday, I know it's very hard to tell, but do you think you would have been right in the finish, maybe won the race or not?
Yeah, for sure. But whether he had enough gate speed to hold out on the hunt, and that is another thing. But I definitely would have been a lot closer. He feels like he's quite tough. He kind of dropped a bit down the back when they went 27 something, and then got going again up the straight. So yeah, whether I had the speed to win it, I'm not really sure. But it was only my first drive on him, so I learned a little bit, and we'll know a bit more on Saturday night. Yeah,
good stuff. You'd think you'd come with one run though, or would you try and send him around early?
It all depends on tempo. I think he felt like it didn't matter what way I drove him, so we'll just see what the speed's like early. If they go harder and back off in the middle, I can make a move, or if they run the whole way, I can wait till late. So we'll just make it up as we're going.
As you're going, good stuff. You're not involved in these next two races, Scotty, but we'd love your insights if you've got some thoughts. Nakula looks a smart recruit, but is this assignment one that will suit? Race 7 on the card, Andy Gath trains, Kate Gath drives. We'll go to you, Scotty, here. I found it a tricky little race. I don't know if you've driven against some of these horses and you've got an opinion here, but there's a few winning chances to my eye in race number 7.
Yeah, well, even the Polly, like Popcorn Friday, I thought went enormous last start. They went good time and sat outside the leader. It's got gate speed. It's going to be one to beat. But yeah, probably Andy's horse. I think might have only had one run here, is it? But it went okay, and it probably improve as well and be hard to beat.
Yeah, Popcorn Friday. I didn't think he had it in to win from the chair, but if you watched his run prior to that, he was just climbing over their backs. I reckon it might have even been in that Marlowe Moreau race. So I wasn't shocked he won, but I'm shocked he won in the manner he did. So really interesting race. Alan, you've got Mickey Mahoney here for Julie Douglas, first up from a break. From memory, won a trial recently heading into this. What's your thoughts? It looks a difficult race first up from a break, though.
Yeah, by all reports, he trialled super on Monday. I wasn't there, but I did get told it trialled very well, and he was kind of a big dopey customer last time in, but apparently he was really switched on and ran really good time. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. But yeah, I thought Andy's was probably the one to beat. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like an overly quick front line, so whether it has enough speed to cross. If it did happen to cross, I'd say that might be nearly race over. But if it didn't lead, it probably opens up the race a fair bit.
Yeah. Mickey Mahoney, any early thoughts on how things might pan out for you, Al? And, it just looks a tricky race for you first up. But did you have a plan of attack at this early stage?
No, I'll talk to Glenn probably on Saturday night. I've never driven him before, but yeah. By all reports, he trialled good, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're confident, which they are a lot of the time. So we'll just see what he says on Saturday. Okay,
good stuff. Andy, good first up win at Kilmore. You were left alone in front and won well. I thought the run last time out at Melton was sensational. Worked hard early, sat in the chair, hit the front, and was only beaten in the shadows of the post. It was probably one of those ones, Andy, where you walked away really frustrated that you didn't win because it was such a good run.
Yeah, no, when she won first up, she sort of got gifted the lead and sort of, didn't look that flash when she won. And, we thought last start she went really good. She had to work pretty hard. Yeah, she had a look for the lead and wasn't there. And then, horses sitting off her sort of got her on the line. She sort of fought them off pretty strong. So, yeah, she's going well. She'll be 100% fit now with those 2 runs under her belt. It's a pretty even race. She leaves the gate pretty quick. So, how she's going to map, I'm not too sure. But she showed last start that she can sort of do it tough and still be fighting out the finish. So, she's got a really good winning hope. But, she's no moral. She's a really nice, honest mare. And it's a race where a lot of horses are in good form too. So it just depends on the luck in running.
That field, do you think you could cross from 7, Andy?
Yeah, I don't know. She's probably got a 20-30% chance of crossing them all, I'd say. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know Darren Carroll's pretty keen on the chances of the 2 Likeable Rogue, a good last start winner. But I'm in your camp here, Andy. I thought I was really impressed with that last start effort. So I'm with Nakula in race number 7. Race number 6 is the one we're going to look at next. Harold was disappointing on Aussie debut, but will he prove too classy for this trotting crew? It's the IRT Tornado Valley Trot over the 2240 metres. Harold Smith, horse 6 for Emma Stewart. Mark Pitt takes the drive, replacing Connor Clark. Looks like starting our favourite, was really well backed into odds on last time out, and just did a few things wrong and didn't overly impress. Scotty, back to you here. Any opinion here? There's some really good consistent type of horses here that I just thought Harold Smith might end up coming up a bit short for mine.
Yeah, look, I watched his first start and I thought he was a bit disappointing. He looked like he didn't have a lot of high speed. Just plugging away. So to me, I've gone the keep you on the pole. Love your brother. I think he's got a good chance on there.
Yeah. He I was all over him 2 starts ago, and he just I don't know. He didn't let down, and then he was in that gut buster of a stalled cup on the weekend. Andy, no horse for you here, but you know a bit about Harold Smith. There was a good tip around for him. He was backed in very heavily. I thought he was disappointing. It looked like he maybe didn't handle some of the corners. If he comes up short again, I mean, similar type of field, he surely may be worth a risk, or do you think second up he's ready to fire?
Oh, he's definitely a risk. None of his trials, he's tried it, really good, and he didn't, last, when he races, tried the best he's tried since he's been over here. Most of his wins back in New Zealand were from the standing start. So I'm not sure the mobile racing sort of suits him 100%. He's a really good horse in New Zealand, but once his ability run out, he didn't have a lot of fight about him. So, yeah, he's a nice horse. I don't think he's fights on like a cage lion. He's got plenty of ability, but, we saw last start when he had to sit in the death, he sort of got under pressure a long way from home and, sort of plotted to the line. So, yeah, good chance he's going to be short again. But I'd be risking him, and I'll be looking, I'd be betting around him if it was me.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I might have something on Jazz Spur. Just think it's going really well for Michael Bowman. But Love Your Brother's got a great chance. And Al, I think I tossed and turned with numbers here. Avant Garde was one I thought, although on ratings it looks a tough assignment for your horse. I think this horse is going really well. I mean, there's been a few runs where ran up backsides and had excuses. And in this small field, I don't know where you're going to lob, but I think you've got a winning chance. Am I crazy or not?
I hope you're not crazy, but it's
well, I am, but yeah.
It's a loaded question.
It's my first drive on him, and he's done a terrific job this season. So to be racing against this class of horse, he's done a pretty good job. But I think it's a pretty open race. Arasamo, obviously there's a couple of driver changes, but held out Harold Smith last start, so it's probably likely that he might be in the chair again. If that's the case, then probably the same kind of scenario. But I thought, Jazz Spur's absolutely flying, and I thought Nephew of Sunoco was actually an improved run last time, and it's probably a drop in grade for it too. So I think it's a pretty open race, actually. Yeah,
your horse doesn't tend to get out too quick, Al. You'll probably just lob somewhere in the. I mean, you might even get the 1-1 on the back of Harold Smith. It'd be nice, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think he had a tendency to do things wrong early days. So, if we get away safe and lob somewhere close, and we'll just see how things pan out.
It's the Tornado Valley, Andy. How is the old boy? Where is he at this? Where is he not? He's left your stables, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just flammed somewhere. I remember taking him there. They used him on the weekend for riding for the disabled. So, he's still active horse and everything. So, he's got a lovely lush green paddock that he lives in, and he's still an active horse, still gets ridden on the weekend. So so he's found a good home, which he's deserved.
Good stuff, for sure. That's the IRT Tornado Valley Trot Race 6 on the card, 9:19. Scotty Ewan, we'll go to you for your best bet, thanks to Sharp's Bakery in Birchip, the best vanilla slices on the planet. Are you going to put the pressure on yourself? I've got a feeling you might go Bulletproof Boy on start 200.
You're right on the money, buddy. The horse, he's actually flying. I worked him this week, and he run me ragged out in the track. I just think he might do a bit of work to get the front, but you know what? It won't worry him. He's done it lately and done work, and still had plenty left in the tank. And Triple Eight's got to spot me, whereas last week he was on my back. So if I can get in front of him and get 3 or 4 horses in front of him, I find it hard for him to get past me.
Yeah, you might nearly have. I might change my numbers on the back of this push. I was just unsure about what you might do at the start, Scotty, and I like the intent because I think the front might be there for you. That's my opinion. So I might change my numbers and get on Bulletproof Boy bandwagon. Alan Tormey, you've got a heap of drives. I think you've got 7 drives on Saturday night. So I'm feeling like you almost have to put the pressure on yourself.
Yeah. We'll just go each way then.
You can do that.
Take the pressure off a little bit. I think Ricciero Slam is probably my best drive. I think with luck he's going to win one really soon, and he's absolutely flying. Yeah, I like him as well. I think he's got a great chance. You drove him last start, Al? Yeah, sorted him. Yeah, no, but he was good though, wasn't he? Considering, and I think he actually returned with a
one less shoe, didn't he, by the reading of the steward's report?
Yeah, I don't know when he lost that, but yeah, we just had to. We drove him probably upside down. We had to make our own luck, and it's not his go, but his times were still super. And yeah, I think drove in a little bit more quiet this week. He'll be close.
Okay, for the record, each way then.
Yeah, we'll go each way.
Good stuff. Yeah, Andy Gath, I think talking to you pre-show in the green room where you put the makeup on. I think you're looking at one of your horses, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, no, we're going to put the pressure on ourselves and head over the moon. I know his form doesn't look that great, and I know what happened last start. He was completely off his noodle when he got there and sort of carried on. But the start before, he's probably going to win at Geelong when he's sitting in the death.
He was.
I think it was pilot error more than anything. So
Jordan Leadham, yes.
I think that would have been right. So yeah. So no, I think his work's been really good, and yeah, he's going to be over the odds. I think he's got a good winning hope. So head over the moon for me each way.
I like that. Race 3, number 6. I was on him that night at Geelong, and he was going to win. I'm almost sure of it. He galloped at into the straight. I think it was about the 100 metre mark.
Yeah, I was watching in New Zealand and I had to fetch me phone after that.
I thought you might have. Yeah, I did too. I don't know what price. I'm not going to go each way. I know you guys, a couple of you guys have done that. I'm going to go. I think there's just about an absolute moral here. Race 4. Number 10 for Aaron Dunn, Sweet Nicky Lou. Craig Rail is saying 250. Very, very keen if we get 250. Keen anywhere around the $2, $1.90, $1.80. Race 4, number 10, Sweet Nicky Lou for me. Hey, Scotty, good luck on Saturday night. Looking forward to chatting to you pre-race. And I reckon I might be in your corner now.
Thanks,
Don't
let me sway you, mate.
You're a good judge. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
And thanks, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
That's been Burning Questions on December 5. Join us on trotsvision.com.au and also Sky Racing Active for all the action on Saturday night.